The Pelicans postgame report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
Perfect. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever. Ain't gon' lie, I feel flyer than I ever been. We stay ballin', this New Orleans, I'm a Pelican. It's going down in the nest, wild, wild west. Come in town and you best show us some respect. 3-point threat, I better make it rain. If it's up, then don't jump stupid like your ankle sprain. Always said, never hate the player, hate the game. Jumper where the dame late, bunch of train. Post game, big Q, talking about business. Bird gang, YouTube, they ain't flocking with us. Lock up the division mission, get into the finals. Finish competition, then it's going win the title. I know this flyer than you can get. Such a threat that the ref just might call a tag. You could double, you could press, but you can't check. Right, left, slide by you like a Eurostep. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever. And never, and never, and never, and never, and never, and never say birds of a feather flock together. Yeah, fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever.
All right, for all things Pelicans, you're now tuned into the Pelican postgame report. Much love to the flock and fam. Appreciate y'all for being in the live. Much love to the fam, man. And this one here, man, another tough one. Pelicans squander opportunity versus Nets. 107 to 105. It's just another debacle. So appreciate y'all being in the live, man. Please feel free to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. By all means, feel free to share the show on your social media feed. We in this thing recapping the Pelicans loss by 2 to the Nets. And they had a lot going on in this one, Lex. But at the end of the day, it just is another crapshoot that went down in a major way. I don't. It's getting difficult and more difficult to try to sit and explain the things that Yves put on a good performance. Brandon Boston did what he needed to do. Brandon Ingram got out there and made some plays. And then in the end, we just couldn't capitalize. Too many things going wrong for the Pelicans in the end, clutch time moments. Please explain. Lex, I'm going to let you kind of chime in before we get to the post-game presser from Willie Green. So welcome on in and quick thoughts on what you've seen tonight.
Really, if you can't win against teams like this, games like this, how can you win? Because if you look at these first few games, most of the games have been against teams that are in rebuild. They're not top teams at all. So they had a chance to win this game. There's no way that you could go 3 straight possessions and you're doing one-on-one. Where was the play? Out of the timeout, you did the same exact thing that did not work for 3 to 4 minutes. You can't do that. Like, this, it's not it. It's not it. You gave the ball to Brandon to go one-on-one. You can't do that. It's crunch time. Make a play. And this is out of the timeout, so you had time. You had time to do that. And then for a team like this, why are you holding the ball? Why are you holding the ball all the way down until the shot clock is at 2 seconds? You can't do that. First of all, you all are not You have to continue to play with pace. You got away from what was helping you. I didn't understand that. Why are you slowing the game down? Now it's working against you. The game is working against you. And then obviously you have to understand the math. The only way that Brooklyn stayed in the game is because they were shooting threes. They had more 18 threes. They put up about what, 40? And the Pelicans
Well,
like 9 or something. That's how they were keeping the game close the whole time. The
yeah.
three the three was keeping them in the game. So it's like, why did you all stop playing? You stopped. You started slowing the game down like y'all were up. You're not up by double digits. This is a close game. You have to keep playing. You have to keep playing. That just didn't make any sense. But between those three things, you had 3 straight possessions going one-on-one. First it was Brandon, then it was Boston, then it was Trigger. Then a timeout is called, and you have Brandon go one-on-one, and you get the same results. At some point in time, you have to start learning plays, Brother Willie. You have to learn some plays. Copy off of one of these other teams and call it something different. A lot of teams do it. You have to call a play. Going one-on-one is not the answer. You did that three times previous. It's like you can't continue to do that. The Pelicans did not make another shot. They didn't make another shot.
Yeah, Lex.
Brooklyn, ample amount of opportunities. If you can't win these games, right here, I don't know what game that you can win. I really don't. Because, have you all checked out the next 5 games?
Yeah, it's a gauntlet, man.
Brutality.
It's a gauntlet. Start with OKC.
These are these games that the Pelicans were playing. These were games that they really needed to get. When you look at Atlanta, when you look at Portland, they really needed those games because now the heat is really coming. You think get blown out by a team that's rebuilding or a team that is a lower tier team? You think that's something? Get blown out by them? Watch what happens against OKC. Watch what happens against the Mavs. Watch what happens against the Lakers. Watch what happens with it against Denver. They are going to see barbecue chicken. Barbecue chicken. This is not good. I don't know when the Pelicans are going to win, unless the starters of all those teams just miraculously they get sick or they get hurt. I honestly don't know how the Pelicans are going to win these next 5 games. And I know that's looking down the road. I know, Lex, it's one game at a time. I get that. But I'm looking at how they're struggling against the lower tier teams. And golly, man, it's not looking optimistic. It really is not.
Yeah. It's tough to see what's going on here, Lex, and it's tough watching these games. So I had to throw the shades on.
Yeah, take them damn glasses off, and it wouldn't be so tough.
You see, once again, DC, you step in here, and you're late to the party.
Well, I mean, you come on, you're wearing glasses at night and talking about it's tough to watch and see.
Well, if you listened to what I was about to say prior to you butting in, you would have gotten the gist of what my commentary.
You're not at the Grammys, John. Legend, you're not at the Grammys. Take them damn glasses off.
All right, DC.
Go ahead. I'm gonna let you talk, bro. It's rough on all of them. I'm gonna leave you alone for a while. Go ahead.
Can I wear my shades tonight?
Yeah, you can wear your shades, man. Because I wouldn't want to see this shit either. So you go well.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate you. All right, anyway, man, before we're going to tune in on this press conference soon as it pops in. Of course, we're going to get the game from Willie, but let's hit some of the stats, fam. And
What's up, Lex?
He kind of pinpointed that, man. What was going on with the stats? To be quite honest with you, oh yeah, the Brooklyn Nets had it going on from downtown, man. To be honest with you, man, 19 of 42 from downtown for 45% for the Nets tonight. They were shooting that three ball and hitting it. Pelicans were 10 of 30. It hit 9 3-pointers more than the Pelicans tonight. That really helped keep this game where it was. Like, we were talking about field goal percentage. Pelicans were 42 of 94 for just under 45%. The Nets had a 43% from the field and 36 from 84. The foul shots, Pelicans didn't get the benefit of a lot of calls tonight. Only 12. They went with 11 of 12, almost 92%. The Nets was 16 and 19 for 84.2%. They were letting them play. They were physical and everything. 46 rebounds to 45 by the Pels. 30 assists tonight by the Pelicans, actually 31 versus 24. The steal game, 13-14 Pel way. 5-4 on the blocks. Pelicans did keep the turnovers down to 11, but it wasn't nearly enough. Let's kind of bounce and shake the Willie Green. He's on the podium. Here he goes.
Did he like the fight tonight?
We got to execute better
Let's
at
check
the
him out.
games, and we had a few chances where we got good looks, and we just got to make them.
3-point.
Okay.
Again, they had 19, you had 10, and it's just tough to overcome minus 27 when the volume is that high, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. We got to get there and test some of those shots, especially it was more so the passes that Ben Simmons made where we know that his tendency is to try to just draw you so he can kick for open threes. But overall, I loved our effort. I loved the team that went out on the floor today. We competed. Those guys played together. They did a lot of what we asked them to do. And I know they're tired of me saying this, but there's a lot of positives to take out of this game and a lot to build.
Oh, shit. Here we go.
We came up short. It sucks. It hurts. We'll feel it tonight. And then tomorrow when we come back in, we'll get right back after it.
One of those positives was Yves Nisi. Again, very young career, but it was a career night for him, and it was really good to see him do it on both ends of the floor.
For sure. Huge bounce back game for Yves. He and I spoke about the Orlando game, and he wanted to come in tonight and really let his presence be felt. And the biggest thing that he did is he competed on both ends of the floor. And when he comes in and he plays like that for our team, it gives us a huge boost.
Did you feel like you got looks that you wanted in the final 3 minutes?
We got some we took some tough ones in the final 3 minutes. So, we were trying to get into a position where we were, going after some of their weaker defenders, but we were slow. They put their hands on us. The same story. And we have to be able to sustain getting the ball over, executing, and then you can get the looks that you wanted. But we took a few tough ones.
Yeah, I mean, why do you think that happened tonight? Where, I guess you didn't quite execute in the way you wanted to.
We'll go back and watch it and talk about it as a team and see where we are from there. But we just took some tough ones.
Yeah, and then Trey Murphy, his season debut. What did you see out of him tonight?
Good to have him back on the floor. A little bit of rust, but he played through it, played hard. It was a spark for our team. He's another guy that can open the floor for us, and we expect that Trey will continue to get better as the season progresses.
Well, what's kind of your message to the team, especially with this tough stretch coming up next?
Stay steady. Whatever we were doing before this, let's continue to do it. Let's continue to stay together. I've said it many of times here, but adversity is a part of life. And right now, we're in it as a team with the amount of guys that we have down. We don't like it. Nobody in the NBA likes it, but it's a part of some of the things that you go through. And there's always a lesson to learn out of this. And we'll stay together, stay after it. And eventually it'll turn in our favor.
Let's stay together.
Oh, boy!
Yeah, they are. I mean, we got a bunch of high character guys in our locker room, and they make it easy to walk into practice, even after tough losses, those guys are locked in. They're watching film. The music is playing, and they understand that we've all been through this before.
I'm with Stan Van Gundy. Turn that damn music on.
Grind it out and get through it together.
At the end of games, what's the balance between finding the right matchup, finding the right mismatch, or just running like your normal based offense?
Well, for us, the balance is, as we're studying in the game situations, is get the ball in your best player's hands as soon as you can and get them into an action as soon as you can. And those are some of the things that we were kind of trying to accomplish tonight. Didn't do a great job of it, but we'll continue to get better at it.
And tonight, you guys were 4 of 25 on 2-point shots that were just outside the rim, but in the paint. Those have historically been shots I feel like you guys are comfortable with, but this year, for whatever reason, you're not particularly efficient in that range. Is that something you're hoping to take a deeper look at, maybe move away from that, or maybe do something different and get, I guess, better looks in those ranges? Yeah,
we definitely want quality shots across the board, and quality for us is, paint, short paint shots, rim shots, threes. And so those are the shots that we want. But, with the guys who's on the floor, there's times where we're forced into taking some tough ones, and we, as best we can, we'll continue to watch it, continue to talk to our guys about the quality shots that we want, and try to go after those.
I know this isn't a flattering stat, but so far you guys haven't won the quote-unquote shot profile battle in a game yet when it comes to just looking at rim and 3-rate opponent versus your rate.
Yeah.
You guys have yet to win that. Just what are your thoughts on that? Is that something you want to prioritize, like, normalizing a little bit? Do you feel like, it's a product of injuries as well? Or just, I guess, what are your thoughts on that particular stat?
My thoughts on it is that you're right. We all know that as a team. We talked about it as a group that we're 30th in rim and 3. And so we'll continue to watch it on film, continue to work on it in practice and in shoot-arounds, and work with our young guys on how important it is to go out.
Sound like we're going to keep doing the same shit.
Search for those quality shots. And when we take them, it looks good. When we don't, they lead to, transition points, things like that. So we're working on it, and it'll be more helpful when we get our full roster. Right now, we've got a lot of young guys that we're working, teaching, and growing, and we'll continue to do that. All right, thank you.
All righty then. That's Willie Green basically reading the script.
Wait,
That's
Q.
the same shit I hear every night from
Q.
Willie Green.
I'm scared, Q. It's over.
Hold on, DC. DC, don't be afraid, bro. Just
I didn't hear anything about Joy. Nobody was playing with Joy. It's over, Q.
No,
There's no Joy.
Well, listen, DC. All I can say, bro.
Did they have some force at least, y'all? Anybody heard some force?
No, there was no.
What about some pace? No pace, no force, no Joy.
Pace, sporadic pace.
Like that.
We got together. We still got togetherness.
We still together.
We done lost all of our mindfulness, as you can see.
Willie is.
Philby was never there. Was never there.
No Joy, man. Man, it's a tough loss tonight, to be honest.
Tremal said it was peace.
It was peace.
Yes, peace. It's peace.
It's peace, right?
He peace, and he left the press conference. DC, let me kind of lend to you now, bro.
Go ahead, bro.
We'll go to you, brother, because Lex basically opened the broadcast up. She had a really good breakdown on what she thought happened today. Listen, the Pelicans, with this loss tonight, bro, that's 5 straight losses. The Pelicans sit at 3.
Don't worry about it. We got about 5 more coming.
Yeah, that's
what's
I see in the schedule, man. I would be shocked if we win any of these games.
They're 3-8. Pelicans are 3-8, currently on a 5-game losing streak. In the next 5 games, the Pelicans could realistically lose 10 straight games. The next 5 games against OKC, Denver, Lakers, Dallas, Cleveland. Now, we talked about a 10, starting the season off 10-0, but very well the Pelicans can find themselves on a 0-10 situation over the next 5 games. So anyway, DC, what are your thoughts on the game tonight, brother?
First off, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Appreciate
Shout out
y'all being up in here.
Peace to Jamaica.
I appreciate Q wearing the shades, looking more like John Legend every day. But shout out to you, Lex, for being here. Because at this point, I'm surprised anybody shows up anymore. Like this shit, this is bad, man. I mean, we have the stuff I'm sure we'll get into later with Zion, so I ain't gonna fully bring that up right now. But you got all of that going on. You got Brandon Ingram who goes out tonight and plays in the first half and looks all world. I'm like, oh wow, this is awesome, and then scores 2 points for the rest of the game. I'm like, damn, you can't make this shit up. Like, what is going on? Trey. I'm just happy to have Trey out there. So whatever he did, it's good. I don't care if he 4 for 14. Who cares? Just happy he out there, right? Eve Mises gets his first goddamn double. Misi gets his first double, right? He dropped 17 points. Man, look, on that alone, if you'd have told me that and we playing the Nets, right? I'd be like, oh, yeah, man, we definitely won that game. Then if you'd have told me this, well, DC, they had about 2.5 minutes left in the game, and the Pels were leading. Oh, and Misi's got a double. Oh,
DC
wow.
cracking up, he talking to us.
Oh, wait. And you say I'm cracking up. What you talking about?
DC cracking up, asking himself questions.
No, I'm saying if somebody would have told me this, take your glasses off and see what I'm saying, okay?
That ain't got nothing to do with that. I hear you perfectly, sir. Thank you.
Then if they told me Brandon Boston had 10 assists, I'm like, okay. Got a lot of stuff going on here. Junior Robinson Earl scored 15 points. Like, oh, man, for sure the Pels had to turn that into a W. Nope. We found a way to lose the game by not scoring the last 4 minutes of the game. How the hell does this happen? I'll tell you how it happened, bro. It's just horrible strategy, preparation, and pulse for the Florida game, man. So many times Willie Green should have did so many different things, bro. And, you can see the players kind of fumbling it away. When I saw our man Green, I think he got a steal and he missed that damn layup. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, man, it's been hard for y'all to score. Why the hell are you even going for the layup right now? But I guess I kind of side with that one. It just felt rushed and like they didn't know what the hell they were doing. No plan. The offense was in the dumps. BIA made 2 points all second half. But I guess we just gonna put it all on his shoulders. And we draw up a play with 14 seconds left, and the best thing we get is BI getting doubled and Javonte Green shooting a 3-pointer. Oh, God damn, man.
Yeah.
Damn, bro. This game was lost because of coaching, bro. Obviously, we definitely could have won this game. We had enough talent out there. We had the players, playing good enough. We found a way to lose. And in watching this, Lexxah covered all the technical points on how Willie messed this up. But looking at this, Q, you know what I really see? This is like the Panthers game with the Saints to me, bro. Like, this is like that final straw. Well, if you're really looking at it and you're competent from up top, and Zion is going to be out for whatever time, you still got to deal with DeJounte out, Herb out, CJ out, whenever the hell he coming back. This is when you just cut ties with Willie Green, bro, and just let James Borrego see what you got in James Borrego. He might be your next head coach. You might be able to hold on to just let it go. It's not getting better. His claim to fame is what? Defense, right? And somebody in the chat, I didn't even look up the stat, but somebody in the chat said we 30th in defense. It's like, bro.
So the defense is not even.
Defense ain't even
at
there.
all.
Defense ain't even there.
It's not there. Nor is the offense.
Nothing. We
So
held the
it's
team to 107, which is that's like us holding the team under 100 points, Lex. Holding them 107. That's the lowest I've seen the score in a while since maybe that Portland game. So we can't stop nobody. We can't score.
Yeah.
And we can't even look competent.
True.
We can't stay healthy. Our medical staff can't tell the truth. What can we do? You know what? Fire
Lie.
Willie Green and try something different. We damn
They
sure
can
can
do
lie.
that, you know.
Ain't no more joy. Ain't no more joy, man. We
Well,
can't even play Anita Baker no more, Tasha.
it's crazy because some of these games have actually really been winnable. They've been winnable. But like I always
Marlon
say,
said we could love.
coaching really does matter. It really does. I think another thing, I think in the first half, it's astonishing to me that the Pelicans don't know how to attack a zone. They were struggling. And when I saw Brooklyn play the zone, because they played a little bit of zone, they actually looked good. I mean, I don't understand why these basic things are not, you don't understand how to do just the basic things simply by, just playing a zone. Guys don't know how to get open. I mean, can anybody try, just setting a stagger screen and flaring and then somebody cutting to the basket? And then once you hit the middle and square up to the basket, you can either attack reading the defense according to the defense, or you could shoot it out to the corner. That's very easy. It's not hard. It's not hard. I just wish, I understand injuries and things, but golly, man, I mean, you could just see those plays are there. You can run those things. You're making, I don't understand how you can make the game hard. Telling Brandon to go one-on-one, making tough shots. I don't like those tough shots. He shouldn't be taking tough shot after tough shot. That is crazy. That's crazy. When you look around the league, you don't see, Kevin Durant does not take hard shots. He can't make a tough shot, but he doesn't take shots like that. Luka Doncic, I mean, you can name anybody. That's not normal. That is not normal. And that's just really something to me. Why does he continue? And he's, in a lot of ways, he seems to be reverting back to what he's been doing, but he still takes too many tough shots. And now he's taking tough shots from behind the arc. Dude, no, that's not what you want to do. That's just, I'm trying to understand why he wants to do that.
I know why, Lex.
Even when they go in, I'm still saying that's not a good shot.
Coach told him go figure it out. That's him trying to figure it out, Lex.
But that's awful, man, because it's
no direction.
Exactly. That's the lack of coaching, and then on his part, I think it's understanding the situation. Dude, if you have two guys on you, you don't want to continue to hold the ball. You got to kick it out. And I know Brandon, he's been doing his thing. He's been doing Brandon. But let's look at everything. Just like you said, DC, 22 points in the first half, 2 points in the second.
24 shots.
I mean, so you were there. You were there the first half. What happened to the second? You know what happened? adjustments came. Ooh, don't say that word, Lex.
What's the word? What's the word of the day?
Oh, adjustments. The A word. We not only had the C word, but we had the A word. Oh, and you know what? Hey, guess what, y'all? Guess what? I got some. They don't make those. They let Brandon do Brandon that first half, but when those adjustments come, you don't think they know what's going on? Hey, double that dude. He just go 1-on-1. And then if you double him, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be a turnover. Oh, no, we ain't even gonna get you started. We
But
go make the adjustment as soon as the game starts, and then we go make more adjustments in the second half. It's like they're gonna take Brandon away.
they're gonna double them and force you to do something else. That's the adjustment. That's
Say,
not
say,
nothing new. That's
say
nothing
BQ,
new.
what music that is in the background? That's what they be listening to in the locker room?
This
That's
is
the
what
music
now
Willie
listen,
Green said they be playing?
no, this is what I'm playing for all the Zion people out. This is dedicated to the Zion. There's some tough stuff going on right now with the Pelicans, man. We're on a 5-game losing streak. The next 5 games could put us on a 10-game losing streak. The Pelicans at 3-8, it could get real bad real fast. A lot of people out, but anyway, man, let's get into the rest of the breakdown, man. And it just seems that wow. We're gonna talk about
what you mean? With the injury list? That's the only breakdown we need to do. What other breakdown we got?
We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna get on. We're gonna talk about it. Let me hit these stats right here, brother. Then we're gonna transition back to where we need to be.
All right.
There's 82 of these things. I know you talked about earlier in the season. It's like, it's a really long season. How are you just dealing with like the volume of games and games night after night after night in the NBA?
I mean, I'm just trying to take care of my body is the main thing. It's way different in college, like I've always been saying. You play almost four games a week sometimes, so just get take care of your body and then try to recover as much as you can.
Yeah, and how are you trying to contribute? Being in the starting lineup these past few games, what are the things you're focused on?
I mean, it's a new league, everything is new, so there's going to be a lot of ups and downs. So the main thing is stay focused. You have a bad game, you have to forget about it. You have a good game, you have to forget about it too. I mean, it just keeps going. I mean, no one is going to wait for you. So if you have a bad game, you just got to flush it, try to focus on the next game and try to bring more energy or then bring whatever you lack of on the previous game.
You had a play tonight where you faced up, and I think Cam Johnson was in front of you, and you went by him. Is putting the ball on the floor a little bit and facing up something you can do from time to time? Do you think?
I mean, yeah. I mean, if people from Baylor or if anyone watched my highlights of Baylor, I was doing it a lot of time. It just sounds just like getting used to it, trying to get familiar with the NBA style of play and everything. So yeah.
How's the NBA style of play different or unique than what you've been accustomed to?
I mean, whenever you get to a new team, you're the youngest guy, you have to just get used to it. I mean, just see and then get your marks. And the more you get comfortable, the more you can try things out there.
I think third quarter or something, some of the shoulder, everything okay?
Yeah, everything's fine. I just extended a little bit, but I'm fine now.
The other day after practice, we saw you and Brandon Boston working through different pick and roll configurations, just different defensive looks thrown at you guys. And then tonight, it seemed like you guys were able to put that in action. What can you share with us on what you've been working on specifically there and how it's translated?
I mean, just be aware of the split. I mean, sometimes you try to split our guys, so just share through and then ask for the ball. And then right there, just make a decision. Either you're driving or you're just kicking across. And, I mean, Brandon has been doing a good job at it. I mean, he tried to implement it today during the game. And I think he did a good job at it. And you just got to keep going from there.
And sometimes when the ball handler's getting trapped and you end up getting that ball, it's been your playmaking on that short low roll has actually been pretty quick. You've been able to find those corners. Has that been a point of emphasis from the coaching staff, or is that something you're already pretty comfortable with coming into?
I mean, at Baylor, we're doing a lot of short rolls, so same here. They just try to make me a little quicker about it, just like a 0.5 decision, like they say. I mean, either you drive it or you just pass the ball. I mean, just do something so the defense just come back for you, so you have an advantage from it.
And sometimes the defensive end is a shot blocker. It's tough to balance between going after the shot and boxing out. Just where are you in the middle of figuring that out?
I would say I'm just trusting my instinct. I mean, just go with it. sometimes I feel like I should go, sometimes I don't go. It just depends on it. I mean, I'm just trying to read the players and see the reaction, and then whenever I feel like I should go, I'm just going with it. Thank you.
All right, that was Jeeves, man. Speaking of which, let's hit these stats. We'll keep you guys in tune on whoever will pop up there next. But you look at some of the stats, fam, individually speaking. This Jeeves was awesome, man, in this game. But BI 10 of 24, but DC kind of alluded to this stat a little earlier. BI played 35 minutes. That was tied with what Brandon Boston played. It was 10 of 24 from the field, 2 of 9 from downtown. He finished with 24 points, 9 assists, and 5 boards for BI. 17 points from Jeeves in 30 minutes. He was 7 of 8 from the field, 3 of 4 from the foul line. Finished with 11 boards, 2 assists, a steal and a block. Very solid game for him. And then, of course, 15 off the bench from JRE in 20 minutes. 6 of 9 from the field. He had 4 boards, an assist, and a steal for JRE. 12 from Trey Murphy in his return game. In 26 minutes, he was on a minute restriction. 26 minutes, he was 4 of 14 from the field, 2 of 6 from downtown, 2 of 2 from the charity stripe, 12 points, 2 blocks, 5 boards for Trigger Trey Murphy. 7 from Brandon Boston in 35 minutes, 3 of 13 from the field, 1 of 4 from downtown. Shot wasn't known for him, but he contributed in other ways. He had 10 assists and 7 boards to go along with those 7 points. Jose Alvarado had some issues. He was finished 1 of 5 from the field, 1 of 4. Had a little issue there. He finished with 3 points in 18 minutes of action. 11 from Noel in 22 minutes. He had 6 assists, 4 of 7 from the field, 1 of 2 from downtown. Javonte Green had 27 minutes, finished with 8 points, 4 boards, 2 assists, and 3 steals, and not too much from the rest of the guys. So the Pelicans go down again. They are now 3-8, losers of 5 in a row, and have a hell of a gauntlet. It's coming up here soon, man. So, but go ahead, Lex. Please feel free to get in where you fit in. I know we're gonna kind of move this thing along. We got the looking at that. And I think that's probably the end of the press conference. The Pelicans have ended the press conference, so we've heard from those guys. But on the docket coming up next is these guys. OKC is on the way. We got to go up there and take them on. You see some of the statistics. Now these are statistics from in terms of that were added up prior to the matchup tonight. But it gives you an indication of what we're dealing with this OKC squad. As you can see here, look at that opposition points per game. First in the NBA, first in opposition field goal percentage, 10th in three-pointers made, 8th in three-point attempts, 8th in free throw percentage, 6th in turnovers, 1st in steals, 1st in blocks. This team is a dangerous team, and the Pelicans will be lined up against this club. And you can see the Pelican stats are not nearly as awesome as they supposed to be.
We 10th in blocks.
There you go. 11th in 3-point percentage, DC. So you're 11th there. 10th in blocks per game. 13 in steals.
All right.
12th in free throw percentage.
Okay.
11th in 3-point percentage. And 20s everywhere else. So anyway, let's kind of delve into the preview of because we done probably handled the business on what we've seen tonight. But feel free to elaborate on OKC as we get ready to go into this 5-game gauntlet. What do you think? Go ahead, Lex.
The Pelicans are about to face a team that has a strong identity, even without Chet, without Hartenstein. Everybody understands their role. And this is not going to be easy. Really, I think this makes them more dangerous. A whole lot more dangerous. Because that means that there's going to be more threes. And I feel like they actually have better tools to play small ball than the Pelicans do, especially at this point. So you're talking about, Eves, he may not play a whole lot because you don't have a Chet. You don't have a Hartenstein. But he'll probably put them out there. They'll get a couple of threes on Misi. maybe he'll make the adjustment, take him out, and play the small ball, but it's still kind of a disadvantage because you really don't have anyone who can really slow down Shea. And then, just the way that this whole team plays, they really play on a string. It's actually, for them to be as young as they are, they really play some disciplined basketball. They really do. These guys are very disciplined.
Well coached.
Yes, and they're well coached too, and both. I mean,
They got
both.
an identity, Lex.
Yeah, they do. So when you look at everything that this team has to offer, I think before the Denver game, they were blowing teams out. Now, they were just winning one way in comparison to what Cleveland's doing, because Cleveland is winning different ways, which I think is way more impressive than what they're doing. But they lost against Denver by 2 points. And I think they recently just lost another game, so they have like 2 losses or something like that. But, the Warriors beat them. Yeah, the Warriors beat them. But again, we don't have that type of design. Again, they played against another disciplined and strong identity team. I just don't. I don't know what the answer is. Energy wise, I'm still not pleased with the energy. I don't feel like it's enough. I don't feel like the Pelicans are really matching the energy of the opponent team. And I feel like in most cases, a lot of times the other team, like when you look at how Brooklyn played Cleveland, they were playing them hard in that game. I watched a little bit of that game. And when I looked at them playing against the Pelicans, they were probably half that, and they still beat the Pelicans.
Damn.
Yeah. So I'm not pleased with the energy, and that's why I keep saying energy. I just feel like there's no conviction. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to feel the game. I don't know. It's like, I see them running up and down the court, and I know it takes energy to run up and down the court, but there's a difference watching this team go after loose balls in comparison to other teams. It's a huge difference. It's like that it factor, maybe, but they need more. It's still too laid back. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody else, but I just feel that. I mean, I kind of find it hard to just get in the game, and I'm listening to Antonio and Joel, and they're like, "Oh my goodness, oh look at that," and I'm like, I did not feel that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, obviously they got to make it exciting, but it's just hard, listening to them, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, y'all really felt that like that, or y'all just just playing around because you got to make it sound exciting, but I don't know.
It's like going to one of your kids, park games. Like, anything that they do, you're gonna be excited about,
Well, and these are grown men, so I mean, come on, man. I mean, you just, like I said, and I know Stacey talked about this on the stream, watching other teams play. Like, there's just something. There's just something that these other teams have. Like, they're getting after it. They want it. Their desire to win is just on another level. And the Pelicans don't have another gear. It only seems like they have like one gear and that's it. They're not like, okay, we're going to play right here and that's it. We're not going to, like, if the Pelicans have momentum, it's like they don't run. They don't push on the accelerator. It's like that should rev you up. You know what I'm saying? And play with more of a sense of urgency. Instead, on tonight, they had momentum and they took their foot off the gas and they started to slow the game down. And I don't know if you do this, Antonio talks about it all the time. This team plays best when they play fast. They